Okay, so welcome to my CIS 101. The 3572, we're going to learn how to use a packet tracer, or the packet tracer, I suppose. So this is the basic screen. We're going to create a logical network diagram with two PCs and a hub. So down here on the very bottom left, as we go to End Devices, we're going to choose two generic devices. Generic computers. All right. Then we want to find hubs, and we're going to use a generic hub. Okay. Then we're going to go to Connections. Choose Connections. And here we're going to choose a copper straight through cable type. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to click on the PC. We're going to choose a fast Ethernet and connect it to the hub at port 0. We're going to do that again. Copper straight through the PC. Choose fast Ethernet to the hub. And this time it doesn't give us the option for port 1 because that's already been taken, or port 0. So we're going to choose port 1. Okay. So now we're going to configure the names and IP addresses for the PCs. So what we do is we're going to click on this PC, and in Config we're going to change this to PC-A. And the fast Ethernet, we're going to give this the IP address, 192.168.1.1, and when I hit tab it automatically gives us our subnet mask of 255.255.0. Go ahead and close that. We're going to do the same with this one. We're going to configure it. We're going to call this one B-B. Go to the fast Ethernet, and this will be 192.168.1.2. Hit tab, and it gives us the automatic subnet mask. Now we're going to observe the flow of data from A to B by creating network traffic. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, we put this up in real time. See this yellow line? And here's real time. And right behind back here is simulation. All right. So now we're going to see the simulation. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit our filters here. And it lists all sorts of things, but at the very bottom, the last one is show all or none. So we want to click that box to clear them all, because the only ones that we want to do is ARP and the ICMP. All right. So then we're going to choose a simple PDU by clicking this envelope and dragging it over here to show that we want to do a message from our the source, to, and we're going to choose BC as the destination. Now, there's supposed to be the two envelopes are now positioned beside PCA. One envelope is an ICMP while the other is the ARP. The event list in the simulation window right here, excuse me, you can see the purple is ICP and the green is ARP. So we know which does which. So we're going to select auto capture right here, play, from the play controls of the simulation panel. Below the auto capture play button is a horizontal bar where we can go slow or we can go fast. The speed of the simulation. We'll keep that right in the middle. All right. The animation will run until the message window no more events appears. All requested events have been selected. Select OK to close the message box. So we're going to select the auto capture. And as you can see in our demonstration here, our little envelope went from PCA to the hub to PCB. And you can see that PCB is connected, goes to the hub. So then from there it can travel to the PCA. Now if we take a look over here, we can see that the green envelope was the ARP and the purple envelope was the ICMP. So you can see that both are working. So we'll let this continue to check everything until we get that message. Okay, I have not so far actually gotten that message window, no more events. But if you do, select the OK. We can choose, if we click on that, okay, doesn't tell me anything that I wanted to know. So we're going to hit the reset the simulation panel. Notice that the ARP envelope is no longer present. We only have the ICMP. It says reset the simulation but has not cleared any configuration changes or dynamic table entries such as ARP table entries. The ARP request is not necessary to complete the ping command because PCA already has a MAC address in the ARP table. Now we're going to choose the capture forward button, and the IMCP envelope will move from the source to the hub and stop. The capture forward button allows you to run the simulation one step at a time. So then we're going to keep selecting, and you can see it takes the next step. And then we can click it again. Here you see we're going from PC to hub and from hub to PC. So that will do each step as it comes. Now down here at the very bottom, if you go all the way over here to Power Cycle Devices, choose that, and an error message will appear asking you to confirm the reset. We want to choose yes. Now both the ICMP and the ARP envelopes are present again, as you can see here. The Reset Network button will clear any configuration changes not saved and will clear all dynamic table entries such as ARP and MAC table entries. The Reset, it says Reset Network. It could be, I do not see that particular wording here anywhere, but I do see Reset Simulation. So, alright, so we want to choose the Auto Capture Play button to repopulate the ARP table over here on the PCs and click OK when no more events message appears. As I said before, that does not happen for me, but everything seems to stop. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so we see that the ARP went backwards and forwards, and now we are in the ICMP going backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards. I see that now. And you can see these things over here. Okay, I assume that the check mark is meaning that we're done. So we'll select the magnifying glass on the right side toolbar right over here. We're going to click that, and then we're going to click the PCA, and we're going to look into the ARP table. Now this says the ARP table for PCA will appear. It did, and notice that PCA does not have an ARP does have an ARP entry for PCC. I'm sorry, I do not see it. View the ARP tables for PCB and PCC as well. I don't know where PCC came from. Did not tell us to add one. Let's take a look at PCB. the ARP table, I don't see anything. And as I look back, I'm not told to put in any sort of C or name anything PCC. So I'm a little confused by having done all of this correctly. I don't understand. But I do not see the PCC as well. But then we're supposed to close all the ARP tables. Let's just look at this. Okay, that's the port status summary table when we look at the hub. So I'm not sure what they're talking about as far as the PCC. Then we're going to choose the select tool, which is the top at the right vertical toolbar, and we're going to click the PCA, and we're going to choose desktop and command prompt. This is another way for us to see the table. So we put ARP space -A and hit enter, and it shows us the ARP table. It is exactly the same information that we had previously. And if we do the same, select desktop command ARP space -A, hit enter, and it shows us the internet address and the physical address and the type that it is. All right. And now it says to click the check results button at the bottom of the instruction window to verify that the topology is correct. I do not see that. There is nothing down here. Power cycles, play controls, capture forward, scenarios, in progress, edit delete, show all, edit filters, back capture. I think this is what frustrated me so much playing with Packet Tracer when I was in CIS 101 last spring, is that the directions are not super clear about the instruction window. Well, what instruction window? I don't see an instruction window. I don't have an instruction window. If I close that, there's nothing here. If I go back to real time, it's not here either. So if anyone can help me out with that, I would appreciate it. I will try to check that. But otherwise, here we are. This was 3572. Thank you very much.